to stop and fired several shots as he drove away. Holmes crashed a short time later, and while two guns were found inside the car, the GBI says no shots were fired at police. Holmes's mother was emotional during that announcement and spoke after that decision came down about her heartbreak and disappointment.
No matter what it is that you showed, no matter what it is that you said about my son, one thing you can't say is that he deserved to die. A car don't justify his life. He never deserved to die. He never deserved to die, and that's where I'm at.
The police officer involved in this case was allowed to resign roughly 2 weeks after the shooting. We're going to have much more from the Holmes family in this case tonight on 11Alive News starting at 5. Right now, Gwinnett County police are searching for two suspects they believe are responsible for firing shots inside of Sugarloaf Mills Mall. Take a good look at your screen right now. According to police, these two suspects got in an argument with an employee at a shoe kiosk in the mall last Saturday. And they say one or both suspects shot at the victim. That shooting caused panic at the mall, but no one was hurt. Now officers say they need help identifying these two men. So if you know who they are from these photos, please call Crime Stoppers. All right, time now for a check of your weather. We got off to a really wet, soggy start this morning, kind of the theme for the week. Here's a video of the downpour over the 17th Street Bridge in Midtown a few hours ago. Take a good look at how flooded those roads were out there. It's a little bit of a mess for the morning commute. Our Storm Tracker's Thunder Truck was out there also to capture those early morning showers. Taking a live look at the conditions right now. This is from our Decatur camera overlooking the city of Atlanta. Sun starting to peek out a little bit, but the clouds still hanging on for us out there. And we could see the rain make a comeback over the weekend. Let's bring in meteorologist Melissa Nord. Melissa, a lot of people want to know if that rain is going to go ahead and get out of the way for the weekend. It's been around for a little while now.
You know what? The whole first half of August has been stormy. It has been a pattern we have not been able to shake, where each couple of days we have another wave of thunderstorms that turns out to be pretty widespread. But we're in one of the lulls right now in Atlanta. I do expect a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, but I think the dominant story this weekend is going to be the more widespread and intense heat and humidity we'll be dealing with instead of as widespread of storms each day. You notice here, looking north at the top of 400 from the top side of the perimeter, we still have some of that cloud cover hanging around. It is 80 now at noon, and it feels like 84, so it is still humid outside. A lot of us are in the 70s, and the 70s more dominant south of the city, where we actually still have some scattered showers and storms after our morning wave of storms has cleared out of the area. That now is pushing into Augusta with a lot of intense lightning, but a couple of thunderstorms right now through Troup and Meriwether counties. This is not severe in nature, but you will get some heavy rain and also some lightning. A few more scattered downpours from southern Henry County down into Butts County, not far from Flovilla, and one more thunderstorm there on the Carroll and Heard County line with some lightning and heavy rainfall. This afternoon, we still have the chance of some scattered showers and storms, level 1 threat of severe weather, with a few more of these showers and storms developing, especially south of I-20. So hit or miss the rest of the afternoon today. Tomorrow we have another opportunity for storms and more intense heat. I'll break down that weekend forecast for you coming up in just a bit. Aisha.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Right now, you can stay weather aware by downloading the 11Alive News app. All you have to do is scan that QR code on your screen to download the app for free. You can set up alerts for your neighborhood as well. Right now, we are on verdict watch this afternoon as the jury takes on the case of Tory Lang and the retrial of her accused killer, Austin Forward. The retrial has been taking place all this week in Gwinnett County. It came following a verdict back in May in the original trial that found Forward guilty on some counts, but ended with the hung jury on those most serious charges, including felony murder. Forward is accused of killing Lang and leaving her body under a tree in the Yellow River Park in 2021. We will be sure to bring you the very latest as soon as a verdict is reached in this case. Also right now, a hearing continues for a second day on whether or not a Cobb County teacher, we're talking about Catherine Renderly, will get to keep her job after finding herself at the center of Georgia's new divisive concepts law. That law restricts how grade school teachers can discuss race and other topics in the classroom. The district says Renderly violated that law by reading a book tackling the topic of gender identity. During yesterday's hearing, the 5th grade teacher says she picked up the book in question from her school's own book fair. Among those defending Renderly includes Georgia's 2020-2021 Teacher of the Year, who says this case is an attack on educators.
The reason why I was selected Georgia Teacher of the Year are for the exact types of teaching that they're now trying to ban. It really highlights how vague the law is.
Witnesses called upon during the hearing included a parent who says she was not told before her son actually read the book.
I was disgusted that it was discussed in class before I had the opportunity to present this subject to my son the way my husband and I would have.
The hearing continues today, and according to the Cobb County School District, the tribunal then has to come to a decision within 5 days. Right now, Fulton County's investigation into former President Donald Trump is likely one of the biggest in the county's history, but it is far from the most high-profile criminal case that they've seen there. They've seen quite a few. A grand jury is convening once again today to bring us one step closer to a decision about criminal charges against the former president. 11Alive's Jerry Carnes walks us through some of the history leading up to this high-profile case.
It is, to this day, the longest criminal trial in Georgia history. Lasting nearly 8 months, 12 educators were put on trial in a Fulton County courtroom, accused in a cheating scandal that put the Atlanta public school system in the spotlight, along with the lead prosecutor on the case, Fonnie Willis.
To put a case like that together where you had so many players and so many different allegations, kind of shows her experience and the fact that she's not afraid to try high-profile cases.
Willis is now going ultra high-profile with her investigation into former President Donald Trump. It is the latest in a long history of criminal cases that have drawn national attention. Among the defendants who have appeared in a Fulton County courtroom, Wayne Williams, the prime suspect in the Atlanta child murders; Ray Lewis, the pro football star who pleaded guilty to obstruction in connection to a double murder during Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta in 2000. Brian Nichols, now serving a life sentence for killing 4 people, including a Superior Court judge who was gunned down inside the Fulton County Courthouse. And then there's the APS cheating scandal, with Fonnie Willis leading the charge. The case impacted education statewide.
There were fundamental changes with respect to the processes and the procedures going forward with respect to standardized testing.
Clint Rucker was one of the top prosecutors in the Fulton County DA's office and was in the courtroom right beside Willis. Rucker says the APS case helped prepare Fonnie Willis for the investigation into Donald Trump.
Oh, the toughness. The toughness in the face of criticism, the toughness in the face of controversy. Make no mistake about it, this case, no matter what the grand jury decides to do, is one of epic historical proportion.
Likely the most epic case ever in a county with a long history of high-profile criminal cases.
We're following developments right now in 2 shootings. The first one happening in a popular part of Midtown right near the Rainbow Crosswalks. Atlanta police say 2 teenagers were shot there last night in what started out as an attempted robbery. Police say a 17 and 18-year-old were attacked by a group of 4 men on 10th Street. They got into a fight and one of the men shot at them. They were both taken to the hospital. And right now police are also investigating a shooting on Cascade Avenue. 1 person was killed there, but that is all we know at this time. We are making calls to get more information. We'll be sure to bring you updates as they come in. In DeKalb County this afternoon, a quiet transition of power. Clarkson City Council appointed Dan Defnell as a city manager. He also serves as finance director for the city. This all comes after the previous manager, Shawana Cowie, left after she reached a termination agreement with the city. Police and city leaders accuse her of creating a toxic work environment. Clarkson's mayor is now promising to review some controversial decisions made by the former city manager, like contracts with outside consultants and vendors. Meanwhile, Cowie's supporters are calling for an investigation. They say she was targeted because of her race and religion and was forced to resign. Still ahead, a celebration recognizing the culture of reggae. We're going to take you inside an upcoming 3-day music and arts festival that is happening in Atlanta's Piedmont Park.
Storms and rain all day long.
And how you'll be weather ready wherever you are.
We expect at any moment a tornado warning could be issued.
The 11Alive Storm Trackers. It's how you'll be prepared and stay safe. 11Alive Morning News.
We began with breaking news this morning.
Is where you know what's happening now.
11Alive is live on the scene.
Where you can confidently plan ahead.
This severe weather is intensifying.
By knowing what's coming overhead. And we're Atlanta's traffic expert.
We've seen delays almost 30 minutes worth of
helps you get there on time, every time. 11Alive Morning News. is where you start the day prepared. Watch weekdays 5 to 7 a.m.
If you see breaking news or severe weather near you, snap it and share it using Near Me on the 11Alive News app. Want to verify if something's true or false? Record your question and send it. Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
11Alive News at 11 p.m. is where you find out what's happening now across Metro Atlanta.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of Cobb County, where a neighborhood is now...
Where you stay a step ahead of severe weather.
Our storm risk has now been upgraded to a...
And the only place where you can verify fact versus fiction.
11Alive can verify that claim is false.
11Alive News at 11 p.m. Where you end the day ready to take on tomorrow.
Weather can't run from the 11Alive Thunder Truck. A mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge. Fighting social inequality is on all of us. That's why 11Alive is committed to sharing diverse perspectives, exposing injustice, and finding solutions. Voices for Equality, sponsored by Georgia Power and our other partners.
The 11Alive Storm Trackers. It's how you see weather happening now across Metro Atlanta.
These severe storms are now closing in.
We could be talking about damaging winds, hail, and...
How you can plan ahead by knowing what's coming overhead.
Heavy storms are rolling in.
Expect pop-up thunderstorms and rain all day long.
And how you'll be weather ready wherever you are.
We expect at any moment a tornado warning could be issued.
The 11Alive Storm Trackers. It's how you'll be prepared and stay safe. 11Alive Morning News.
We began with breaking news this morning.
Is where you know what's happening now.
11Alive is live on the scene.
Where you can confidently plan ahead.
This severe weather is intensifying.
By knowing what's coming overhead. And we're Atlanta's traffic expert.
We've seen delays almost 30 minutes worth of
helps you get there on time. Every time.
Many of us know how tough it can be to find an affordable place to live in Metro Atlanta, right? But DeKalb County leaders, they hope to make it a little bit easier with a new idea they have on the table. One commissioner is putting forth a measure to offer density bonuses to developers, but there is one condition here. They must reserve units at affordable rates for people making under the area's median income. That is according to our partners at the Atlanta Business Chronicle. Commissioner Ted Terry says local workers are telling officials they can't even afford to live in the county where they work. A vote on this measure could happen toward the end of the year. We'll keep a close eye on that one for you. Chamblee Police is asking for your help to support local kids before the holiday season. Starting this Sunday, they're going to be hosting a shoe drive fundraiser through next month. It is to raise money for their Shop with the Cop program. The program allows them to take underprivileged kids shopping for Christmas. They say you can help them accomplish this by donating your gently used, worn, or new shoes at the Chamblee Police Department, City Hall, or Public Works. This afternoon, the death toll is now up to 55 people in those Maui wildfires. And at this hour, authorities say they expect that number to continue to go up. More than 1,000 people are believed to still be missing. The deadly fires are now mostly contained, but the rebuilding process, it could take years on the island. NBC's Miguel Almaguer is in Maui with the very latest.
On the island streets where residents made harrowing escapes through raging walls of fire, so many others did not. This wildfire, now the second deadliest in modern U.S. history.
I do not know what the final number is going to be, and it's going to be horrible and tragic. It's a community, and so the amount of loss is incredible.
In this skeletal and now desolate landscape, without power, internet, or even radio coverage, officials say they have no way to determine how many are still missing. Authorities say hundreds of homes have been lost, a growing tally that's personal.